Saturday morning flights him.
It's not morning, you drongo. It's evening.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Good morning, good day, good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. I'm your host, Lloyd Canuck. I hope you're all doing well today. A huge hello to Nighthawk, the most trusted wingman you could ever hope for. And a big hello to Mrs. Tippy, who's up very early this morning. Well, earlier than usual. But a huge welcome to you both. And anybody else that is currently watching, do say hello in the chat if you're about, and of course you're welcome to fly with us today. We've got a brand new livery to show off as well, courtesy of Flight Designs. This fantastic repaint of the black square Duke Turbine, courtesy of Just Flight. Absolutely beautiful looking paint job this is. Really delighted with it, and of course we're no stranger to the Duke Turbine. We are back in 2020 for this flight. We got some new scenery to show off as well, and it's free, which is really cool. There's links in the show notes to get to that scenery. It's done by I think it's Y.A.G, Y.A.G. I have actually corresponded with the author as well. There's a 2024 version. But patch 3 appears to have broken it. So if you like what you see today when we get to Kuwait, you can get this for 2024. But the author has said that the patch 3 for 2024 has broken it, and he's currently working on fixing it. But that will be available soon, so keep an eye out for it. But basically 2024 is looks just as spectacular, and it's a separate download that you can get. So a huge hello to everyone. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. I thought that. I did think that. All right. Flight plan today. So we are doing a mixture of it's basically GPS routing, but yeah, we'll play around with some VOR tracking as well, which Nighthawk has done a brilliant flight plan today. We're starting off in Baghdad, and then we're basically just taking a bit of a scenic tour around the populated areas of Iraq, so that we get something to look at. And it's not just completely desert, I think is what the way Nighthawk put it. Eventually ending up in Kuwait International Airport in Kuwait City. And as I said, there's freeware scenery that I'm going to show off today. There's a link in the show notes. It is fantastic for free scenery. It's really brilliant. Definitely done with a bit of passion. So a big thank you to Y.A.G for creating this for all of us to to use. Very, very kind of them to do that. And yeah, change up the music a little bit here. Anyway, let's jump into the cockpit. So we've got that flight plan loaded into our GTN 750 courtesy of PMS50. Absolutely fantastic. And this add-on is now available for 2024. The only thing is, if you already have a license, you can use it in 2024, but you can only use it one at a time. So if you want to move to 2024 and use the GTN 750 there, you have to revoke the site certificate or something like that in the website. There are instructions in the manual on how to do that. But apart from that, yeah, it works. At the moment, I've kept it in 2020 because I use it primarily for the Duke Turbine, and at present, we currently don't have a Duke Turbine. Duke Turbine is not compatible with 2024 yet. They are working on it, and it's actually amazing that Just Flight has already ported over the RJ 100, which we're going to be flying probably next week, actually, again. I've now got that fully working in 2024, and it is stunning. It's such a great plane to fly. Really, really likes 2024. It's a lot of fun. And hopefully, at some point in the future, Nighthawk will have 2024 as well. But it's definitely, I mean, if anyone's playing 2024, it's definitely getting a lot better, I must admit. It has improved. You can tell they're working hard to try and get everything going. Anyway, let's close that nose door, and we're going to leave that window open. We'll close the cabin door. We've got external power on right now. I'll just show you outside. There's our little external power cart, and we got the wheel chocks on, and their cabin doors open. So everyone is loaded. So let's make sure, first of all, that the brake is on. Right, that's brakes are on. So we can take the wheel chocks off, that's fine, and the pitot covers can come off. Cabin door, there we go. Close that door. That is closed. We'll get the sim noises up here. Okay. Right, there's been an update to this as well. You don't have to hold this up anymore. It just seems to go on, which is really cool. So we'll get the inertial separators, and should see those opening up here. Yep, you can just down there. You can see that's your inertial separator. Always have those open, or you always have them on when you're starting an engine on the ground, because if there's any debris on the ground, it won't get sucked into the turbine. It'll just get ejected out the back. So it does restrict airflow to the engine, but that's totally fine. It's getting better, but I missed some of my planes. Yeah. I mean, I hopefully we'll see a lot of those getting ported soon. Okay, that is rather warm. Oh, that's in Fahrenheit. Let's see if we can. 13 degrees Celsius. It's very cold, actually, in Baghdad right now. You don't think of Iraq being a cold place, but yeah, it does get cold at times. Right, what is that? That's parking brakes, that's fine, that's all good. I think we'll put that to auto heat, so that will kick in when we're ready. Put on our battery master. We'll start with engine 1, so ignition to auto. Pumps can come on now at this point, and let's go. Just waiting for NG to stabilize. There you go, just about there. Bring ITT's alive. Gonna start her off. You see the ITT starting to stabilize now. And we'll close that window because it is awfully loud. There we go. We've now got power to the gyro. And we can put on the main inverter at this point, and we'll put on the generator for engine 1 while that continues to warm up. We can now go to ignition can go off at this point. Wing pump 2. Ignition to auto. And off we go. Start. With you being on an Xbox, you can't just put missing planes in 2024. Yeah, I know, but I wouldn't do that anyway. It's not a reliable thing to do. But yeah, it is annoying that that marketplace is still not ready. Because I saw that they brought over 2020 content initially, but now they've actually disabled it, so there must be an issue there. But that seems to have caught them off guard or created problems. Oh, sorry, I need fuel. Okay, starter's off. Got a good start. Put the generator on. Ignition can come off as well. Does seem awfully loud today, doesn't it? Okay. Shall we usher to a runway, sir? I don't know which way the winds are going at the moment. I feel like this is not the way I usually have this set. Okay. It's really loud today. Just gonna bring that down a bit because I'm going deaf. Okay, here we go. Brakes can come off. We want get the piezo heat on. Beacon can come on, and taxi lights. We'll have to use 33 left. Oh, strong. Okay, yep. Lead the way, Nighthawk. I'll follow you. Oh, got another plane on the tarmac. Oh, Mississippi's flying with us too. Brilliant. It's a threesome, and I don't mean that in a nasty way. Absolutely brilliant. Glad to have you along, Mississippi, today. Well, we'll continue to fly in 2020. I mean, be fair, I think it's going to be a while before we're fully in 2024. I am personally enjoying 2024 in my private time, but I'm not necessarily committing to 2024 on the stream as yet. Alright, everybody's in a rush to get out there. I better catch up with you guys. Yeah, we definitely got strong crosswinds, I'll give you that. So if we're going 33 left... Or 33, I should say, anyway. Just get that heading bug down there a bit. Whoa. Got panel lights on as well. Okay. We can put flaps into takeoff configuration. There we go. That is ready. Getting a little bit warmer in here. Got the cabin up to 17 degrees. That's good. We'll have to set our cabin out. Well, we're not going that high. We're only going to go up to 3,000 feet today, guys. So. Excuse me. And we got some news today. Courtesy of our news correspondent, Nighthawk. He's done everything today. He's done the flight plan, the news. He's flying. He's a one-man genius, I tell you. Man, this airport's long. Okay. I take it everyone's flying a fast airplane, so if we aim for about is 160 knots indicated work, or 170, so we don't have to be too far apart from each other. Okay, let's put brakes on a sec. We'll get our lights on. So we got strobe and nav. Lighting lights can come on. Beacon can go to recognition lights as well. Wing ice, don't need to worry about that today. Fuel pumps will stay on for the moment. We'll put the ignition to auto. Everything else, the oil doors can probably close, I think, but I'll leave them open for a moment. You can do 180? Okay, I think this Tippy's pretty quick as well. Yeah, I can definitely see that wind pushing. Okay, Nighthawk, lead the way. There we go. Your plane's quick as well? Okay, 180 it is then. Speed alive. $60. 80 knots. And rotate. Positive rate, you're up. drifting a bit. You definitely see that wind pushing us over. Look how far it's pushed us already. Crazy. That is some crabbing. Okay. Just our course just a little bit there. I'm going to bring in the autopilot. Oh, before we do that, we need pitch trim on. There we go. Autopilot can come on. And we'll just do a general climb to 3,000 feet. I think we'll do. Let's see if this tippy's in the air. What do we get? Airbus 380 up there. Okay, and Nighthawk is turning to intercept the course here, so we'll do that too. So we'll bring that. Flaps up. Okay, we are coming around. Taxi light can come off. Leave the everything else on for the moment. There's Nighthawk. Bring back the flaps a bit. Still holding 110, but we are climbing. Autopilot had the navigation has kicked in. GPS is now captured. We're on path. Just check our engine condition. Both engines looking good. We have flown the plane correctly. Turn the auxiliary pumps off now. Ignition can come off. And inertial separators can probably close as well. And just like that, we're almost at 3,000 feet. Autopilot leveling the plane. And we're starting to gain airspeed now. So go out to about 180 indicated. That should do. Bit more. Looks good. Temperature outside. Do we have back that out just so we can see our map a bit. And we're going to overfly our first airport. Won't be landing. We might land about halfway in or something like that. I'm not sure. Put Snoopy in the doghouse here. And excuse me. Apart from that, I think we're looking good. Oh, you guys are ahead of me. Do I need to pick up speed? Okay, guys, I'm just going to disappear for a sec. We'll come back, and we got some news for you today as well. I shall be back momentarily. Stay tuned. Back with you guys. Look at that. That is really, really something. Well, since I'm trailing behind, I can probably pick up a bit of speed here. Nudge it a little bit higher. Traffic. TCAS is... I wonder if this has a TCAS over here, actually. I think that's just weather, yeah. Look at that. I'll tell you what, I know 2024 is the new hotness, but man, 2020 still looks pretty damn good. Really awesome. We got a turn coming up, do we? Is my window open? Oh no, it just looked open. It's not. I do love this view. See, it looks like it's open there though, doesn't it? There goes Mississippi. That's cool. We got Nighthawk ahead of us. There's Mississippi behind, gaining. It just sounds like a bee, doesn't it? Oh. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Some rivers down there. Must be irrigation, I would think, for the farms. Well, wow, that's amazing, eh? Sorry, missed that night. It says I flew with Murphy along Tito Murphy, is it? Along the Australia coast in 2020, and the scenery detail was amazing. Yeah, it is. 2020 is fantastic. I mean, you know, 2024 does seem a bit more vibrant. But it's still starting from the same place. It's this amazing photogrammetry that really makes the sim look awesome. Oh, that flight was, you were on that flight too, Mississippi? Great. Nice one. Must be going slow again. Oh yeah, really slowed down. Didn't mean to go that slow. Getting overspeed. Come on, plane. Slow down. There you go. Okay, next turn's coming up. Well, this is our first airport that we're overflying, isn't it? Oh no, we've passed that. We're flying south. Sorry. Oh, there is another airport coming out. ORNI. A little bit of weather change. This is not... Where's my wind speeds? Change fields. That should be wind. Wind speed and direction. There we go. So we got tailwind right now. That's pretty cool. I think that's all we got for sunshades. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could slide them out. That's neat. Getting closer now. Nighthawk says, I have a 22 knot crosswind from my plane's right rear. Yeah, okay. Miss Tibby says, I try to fly with Murphy on Mondays and Fridays. Oh, very nice. I rarely get the chance to fly with Murph because he's usually on quite late, and I'm usually kind of sorting things out with the kids. So, as much as I'd like to, I will get in trouble for not spending quality time. So, I got to keep the peace. We do have a... Let's go to our flight plan here. Ali, what a great name for a waypoint, eh? Al Ashraf. Frequency is 114.7, so we can put that in. There we go. That's giving us a indication. And then we've also got somewhere, if we go back, Basra, which is 112.30. So we can tune that on, where's our nav 2 now? Think. It's not on there that we tune that. I can't remember how to do nav 2. Excuse me. Because that the KNS81 is nav 3, I think. That should be on. What's down? Oh, maybe the nav 2 radio's down here. I think it is. Yeah, nav 2 radio down here. Ah, there we go. Right. What did I say it was? 112.3. Flight plan. Basra. 112.3. And we'll see if we're not picking that up yet. So, well, once we get closer to Bazra, we should see that green needle come alive. Yeah, nothing there yet. Brett plays. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing, Brett? Nice to see you. Mississippi says that's understandable. I'm lucky as he starts at 3 p.m. your time. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Because you're about 5 hours behind, aren't you? So he typically starts around 8 o'clock. Yeah. Nighthawk says British AvGeek is flying from Edinburgh to Bergen in the RJ100 this morning. Awesome. Try to catch his departure. Perfect. Is he doing that in 2024 or 2020? He'll be doing that on VATSIM as well, won't he? Brett Please says, you're doing very well. Great. Great to hear that. And Mrs. Tippy says, I've never heard of British AvGeek. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, he's brilliant. Luke. Luke's actually been on a guest on my radio show twice. Absolutely lovely guy. And he also owns and operates a virtual airline called Osprey, which is really, really taken off. But yeah, Luke's a fantastic guy. Really, really good. So we're at 3,000 feet. Temperature outside is 7. So let me stick that there. That should give us a true airspeed, which is actually less than. Is that right? Ground speed's 206. What am I doing wrong here, Willie? Oh, right. Well, that's, yeah, 3,000. Definitely said it right. I don't know. Oh, mind you, that doesn't account for tailwinds. So, yeah, so we've got a true airspeed of 195. But then we've got a tailwind as well. So that's bumping us to 206. It'll be Microsoft 2024 this morning. Okay, I'll have to check in on them and say hello. Mrs. Tippy says you'll never guess what plane I'm flying right now. Okay, there should be an airport down there somewhere. Where is it? Is that it? I'm not sure. Catching up on Mississippi now. think I might use this song for our new opener, which I'm going to be doing over Christmas because I got lots of time. At work, the contract I'm currently on, the clients basically told us not to work for 3 weeks around Christmas, so I'm basically, alright, I'm still getting paid, thank God. But yeah, I'm basically, I work up to Friday, and then that's me until the 8th of January. It's crazy. Nice break, yeah, it is a massive break. It's a really good time to have a break, even though a lot of people work through Christmas to some extent. But for me, it's really good because if the client is not working, that means I'm not getting any email, missing phone calls, that kind of thing, or meetings, or there's nothing to worry about because nobody's doing anything. So it is actually really relaxing time to take a break. There we go. You'll be shutting down your business for a week during the holiday? Yeah, good. It's not really a done thing in Canada, though, is it? Ooh, that is a slick-looking beast, that. Oh, there's an airport. Alright, let's check where we are in the flight plan here. Gonna be doing a hard turn. Look at that. Good view of the airport there. Brett says, oh sorry. Listening from the other end of the man cave. Wish I had a man cave. You're listening to the stream and packing away Hot Wheels for storage so you can take them out in 5-10 years and make some more money. Alright. Hot Wheels. Bloody heck. Are you a collector, Brett? Now I wonder if that would be the Euphrates or Tigris River. Or a completely different river altogether. Wonderful. We weren't until you have your nephew over and want something in entertainment. I do collect a larger scale though. Okay. But you are now. Euphrates. Thanks, Nighthawk. I knew it was one of the two. Tigris borders the green space to the east. Okay. Brett says, although we have some from 2014 that have gone really nuts in price, really. Didn't realize they were such a hot commodity these days. Cool. Alright guys, I am just going to disappear for a couple seconds. I'll be back and we'll do the news. Stay with me. Alright, back with you. Nighthawk says, when I was a kid, I used to play with Matchbox cars. Oh yeah, Matchbox were awesome. Really good quality, far better than Hot Wheels. Yeah, they were. I think Matchbox were they British? But yeah, they were very solid die-cast cars. Beautifully painted as well. Yeah, I was a Matchbox fan. Brett says, I got Matchbox and Hot Wheels now. The premium Hot Wheels are nice models as well. The one thing I noticed with the Hot Wheels, they used to come out with all these weird and crazy invented cars, and it seems nowadays they're actually starting to come back to tradition and starting to do just normal cars now, which is good. Because I never got that, and I think kids lost interest. It's like there was something they were trying to do to shake it up, like, oh look, it's a flame car and all this kind of stuff, but kids didn't really want that. I mean, I remember playing with cars, the dinky cars, as we used to call them in Hamilton. I don't know where that term came from, because I guess they're small, dinky. But I always liked having normal cars, because that's what life was, right? You always pretended you had a different car, and you always wanted this, if you could get it, you always wanted the car that your dad drove. That was for me personally, which was never anything fancy, right? Dinky was a brand name. Ah, okay. Nighthawk says back then they were British, made great model planes too. Now it's just a dollar store brand type. Yeah. There is still a company over in Britain that does die-cast stuff. They do really, really nice airplanes as well. I'm trying to think of what the name is though. But there's if you go to Manchester Airport, there's a aviation shop, and they have a whole selection of the die-cast planes. Oh, there's Mr. Tippy. Hello, everyone. How you doing, sir? You only buy the real cars, none of the fake ones. Yeah, agreed. Ooh. Away. There we go. Right behind Nighthawk. Oh, Tony! Hey, how you doing, Tony? Great to see you, mate. You guys want to come on Vox? I haven't talked to you in a long time. Let me just see. Whoop! There you go. Hang on, I'll jump into VIP chat. 2 secs. There we go. I have now armed the VIP voice. If anyone wants to jump in, Brett, you're more than welcome to come on Vox as well. But yeah, I'm doing okay, Tony. I'm doing not bad. We're going to do some news, though, aren't we? Get that out of the way first, and then, yeah. Yeah, Tony and Brett, if either one of you... Okay. Yeah, actually, you can join while I'm doing the news as well. We can talk about it. If either of you want to come on voice, more than welcome to. So, what's happening in the world of Flight Simulator? FS Labs, the controversial FS Labs, has now released their A321CO for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I believe this is just for 2020. They are considered to be good quality. It's just, obviously, they've suffered from a bit of controversy over the years. Oh, you want to hear me from the other end of the room, but still listen? No worries. That's all right. No worries, mate. It does look, I mean, stunning. I've got to hand it to them. It does look really good. But, yeah, it all depends on... If you, there's always that risk that they're going to put some sort of malware on your system. I'm not necessarily convinced that they're not doing that still. So I think that's one thing that gives me pause. It's a real shame because it does look like they've done an absolute tremendous job of this. Anyway, Orbix, they've teased the Grumman TBF Avenger for Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you're into your warplanes. It was, I believe that was in the Navy, yeah. So there was a carrier-borne aircraft. Did a lot of anti-submarine and torpedo missions as well. It does have folding wings, functional bomb bay doors, authentic engine noises, and things like that. There is a video on there. I'm not going to play it just now, but yeah, you can go keep track of that on Orbix if you're into your warplanes. Finally, Inabuilds has upgraded their A300 for Microsoft 2024. So if you're a really big fan of that, that is great news if you're flying in 2024. The update's completely free, and you can get it through the INI manager. Plus, it has a couple of fixes that have come in as well. They have improved it somehow. The flight model was improved for better ground movement, so that's where they've put some of their focus on. But they've also yes, they have upgraded the drag and aerodynamics profile as well. So you can see there's one thing that Microsoft 2024 can do is add many more points of computation for drag and aerodynamics. So that is pretty good, and it's a great airplane too if you like the vintage Airbus airplanes. WF Scenery has launched Hong Kong International for 2024. This is we're starting to see scenery come in now for a lot of these airports that we don't yet have in 2024, but it's looking pretty good. There's not a lot of detail on there for some reason, and it is using PBR textures. They've done some focus on the jetways and dynamic lighting. So yeah, if you like to fly to Hong Kong, that'll be one of interest for you. And then on DCS side, DCS has just launched a new update. It's the Iraq map. Turn that down, and it brings in pretty much the whole country. Obviously, Iraq for many years was a a theater, a war theater over two different engagements with NATO and the United States. So yes, if that's probably going to be of great interest, especially if you are looking back to like the original Gulf War in the mid 90s, early 90s. There's a whole wide variety of aircraft that were involved in that. And anything from the F-4 Phantom, which I think they were doing the Wild Weasel, jam and countermeasure flights. You had the A6 Intruder, you had F-15 Strike Eagle, F-16, the Nighthawk. I mean, it was probably quite a varied fleet that was used in that time. So yeah, if you're a DCS fan, that's probably really big deal. EasyJet, strangely, they've announced an official partnership with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Now, they have said that they basically, Microsoft signed them for the 319, the 320, the 321, although only the 320 and the 321's in there, or the 318 as well. It does make mention, well, they don't actually have a 319-18, but apparently I think it's just to cover in case they do want to release those airplanes later on. And it just means that they could add EasyJet liveries directly in the sim for the stock aircraft. Of course, I think that's probably a big deal for a lot of people because, especially if you're in Britain or Europe, one of the more common Airbuses that you see flying around are EasyJet, so that is going to be of great interest to a great many people. And Miltech Simulations, they've updated their Chinook for 2024. This is big news for helicopter fans. Nighthawk himself says he loves flying this thing. It's a lot of fun to fly around. And yeah, it's all set to go now for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Look at that. That's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? So yes, if you have that Chinook, or you were thinking about getting it and you were maybe hesitating because you wanted it in 2024, it is now available. And Miltech Simulations has a great heritage as well. Just seeing, they have done a few improvements. I don't know if they've done anything in terms of the aerodynamics. So I think, yeah. Oh, 2020. Well, downwash effects. Well, that's kind of cool. So you'll actually see the, if it's raining, you'll actually see the downwash from the rotors. But there you go. That's the news, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll get back to our flight. Right. Okay, where are we? Almost at Oral. So it'll show up in the sim now. Yeah. From the marketplace, I don't know, but I think you'll be able to install it anyway. There is an adventure with the Hamilton Warplane Heritage Museum. Is there? Oh. There's Nighthawk. I don't remember seeing an Avenger there, but I guess they have one. I knew they had a Harvard. Unless the Avenger has been added to the museum in the last 10 years. Love the Chinook, says Mrs. Tippy. Yeah, absolutely. Nighthawk says the Royal Canadian Navy and the Air Force flew the Avenger from carriers to, yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine they did. Miss Tippy says probably for PC, Xbox users will have to wait for the marketplace to open. Yes, I do agree. And hopefully it's coming soon. The thing is, that marketplace is impacting everyone. There's a couple things that I've bought from the marketplace that I can't get access to right now. So yeah, I'm hoping that comes soon. Mrs. Tippy, yeah, that's going to stick. That's what I call her. It's easy for me to say. I wonder what does T-Tone call you? Oh man. Let's keep it PG rating, folks. Though. Okay, yeah, we've got a few turns and burns coming. Look at that. Just take a look at the scenery down there. Bit more of a rural area here, I would say. Does look like there's some kind of farmland down. Again, we're seeing all these irrigation ditches here. He says each individual letter, does he? TPHI. Oh, there she is. I can't remember who calls you that. Mystify sometimes. Mystify. Alright. It's an interesting translation. Oh, man. Cammy Wombat calls you Pink Pits. Dodgy. Very dodgy. Oh, we were going to do some VR navigation, weren't we? If we already passed Basra, I think we may have. Or we're still gaining on it, maybe. Oh no, that's coming up next. Or is it? What leg are we on? Oh yeah, no, Bazra's still well ahead of us. Still 130 miles away, yeah, so there's no way we'd be picking that up yet. I think once we do come up on it, I'll probably switch over to VOR track on the autopilot just to shake it up a bit. You have different names? Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, don't if you wouldn't mind, please do hit the like on the stream for me. It's definitely quite barren over here, isn't it? Quick checking our engines. Ooh, been running the engines too hard. Well, that's possibly when I was overspeeding, maybe, I'm not sure. Keep an eye on that, though. Oh, it's very cold in here, though. Let's somehow switch that over to blower at one point. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, it'll be shivering. Brrr. pumps should be off. I'm gonna need more coffee. Be right. Oh, you just. This is Tippy. You just read my mind. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I've got to grab coffee myself. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I'm back. I got caught with Mrs. Canuck going into immense detail about a present that she wants to get for somebody. Okay, where are we now? Oh, looks like our GPS accuracy is weaving a bit. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Maybe we're getting jammed. Waiting for the kettle for boil. Yeah, that's like. Well, the kettle was empty, so I had to boil that, and then Mrs. Canuck wanted to show me something that she's thinking of buying for a family member, and she just got into this long-winded conversation. I'm like, I'm still kind of streaming. I gotta go. Bless her. Should be able to do a fuel check. Where are we? Halfway dry. Maybe I should land somewhere. What do you think? Let's make it interesting. How about we land at ORTL? What was that one? Some sort of air base, anyway. Right, I'm gonna land at ORTL. Shake up the route a bit. Which is currently 47 miles away. If it's got I wonder if it's got an ILS or anything like that. But it's runway 12 or 30. No METs are available. Frequencies. Nothing. So we'll just have to eyeball it. Oh, is that it there? Runway 12 or 30. So it'll be like that. Okay. And I'll keep an eye out for it anyway. Oh, is Miss Tippy gaining up? Woo! Upside down as well. I think you were trying to surprise me, weren't you? I just happened to decide to look behind me at a moment for pure coincidence. Gotta go. Enjoy and safe landing. Brett, thank you so much. All the best to you, mate. Really good to see you. Thank you. Wow, that's a little sports car, that VL3, I'll tell you. Did anyone watch the, curious, anyone watch the Game Awards at all? You do that to Brett all the time? What kind of controller do you use, Mrs. Tippy? Oh, T-Flight HOTUS, okay. Very good. Is that the one that's all together, isn't it? It's all one? It is, but you can separate it. Okay. That's pretty good system, though. Just keeping an eye out for this runway now. How far are we? Oh, we're still 30 miles off. Coffee's taking a long time to kick into it. Oh, there's a city down there. It's not. Very cool. Some more farms. It's amazing, these irrigation trenches just go everywhere. Or canals, I guess they're not trenches, but canals. It's pretty impressive. There might be a point of interest just before. The Great Ziggurat of okay. What is that? Can you describe what is it I'm actually looking for? Look it up. Oh, it's a okay, it's like a monument. All right, let me get a picture of this. so this is what we're looking for. Very cool. Yeah, we'll definitely see if we can find that. It's pyramid cut off halfway up, yeah. Or they never quite went on to finish it. Okay. Well, if you, let me know if you find it. I didn't think we were going to find some sort of come across a natural wonder. That's pretty cool. Or not natural wonder, ancient wonder. First built in 2100 BC for the moon goddess Nana. Wow, cool. Awesome. Great find, thank you. Yeah, hopefully we can see it. Oh yeah, let's how far away are we? 16 miles. Let's slow things down then. We'll drop our altitude to 1500. Just keep a eagle eye out using our wing mounted GoPro here. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Because I don't know how big it is in relation to everything, but we should be, if we're low to the ground, we should be able to spot it fairly easily if we get anywhere near it. Oh, Pyramid, where are you? Are we sure that it's in the game? That's something I didn't, because that's one thing that maybe ask or determine if it's actually modeled in Flight Simulator. Oh, there's POI on the world map. Okay. All right. Well, I'll use you as my guide, Nighthawk. So if you can find it, just circle it. I mean, I guess I could turn point of interest on, but I want to try and find it rather than have like a big sticky marker going, it's there. Okay, we're still 7 miles off, so. Where is this pyramid? Where is it? Oh, Nighthawk's descending. Have you found it? Looks like he's found something. Looks like he's crashed. You just crashed, Nighthawk. I haven't heard of the names of the places you're flying in a good 10 years. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's been actually really interesting. We're just trying to find an ancient pyramid now, and I think Nighthawk just crashed his 414. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at this, guys. So the Great Ziggurat of Ur. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that. Oh, that is neat. Gotta make sure I don't stall the plane. Oh, freeze. Oh, lost it again. Oh, it's there. It's really cool. It's also outbuildings as well. Look at that. There you go, guys. The Great Ziggurat of Ur. One last pass. Very cool. Very, very cool. Nice. Okay. And let's... Nope, nav. Pitch, 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 pitch. Stock, yeah, I think it is, yeah. Must be. It's just, that's where helicopters come in really handy, yeah, for sure. Nighthawk, thank you very much for helping me spot that. That was great. Well, that just made it really interesting, didn't it? So we got to see an ancient wonder. 2100 BC, so that is 4,000 years old. Impressive. And it looks like the airport is behind us. How much fuel we got left? We should really land. Where is that? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Rightio. Let's slow the plane down. And we'll go in and get some fuel. There's a lot of history in that region. Yeah, it's there is. I know. Well, I mean, it's Baghdad's pretty much where they thought Eden was, isn't it? Gear down. Pumps on. Commercial separators as well. Syria is another place that's absolutely riddled with incredible ancient artifacts as well. There's Nighthawk. Full flaps. Probably gonna end up flying over top of them. Don't break. Ooh, a bit harder than I wanted to. I'll get around them. Syria is so dangerous, even the president left for Russia. Yeah. Yeah, that happened pretty quick. Alright, I'm not going to bother finding a bay. We'll just assume someone drove the fuel out to us, but... And those winds are strong. Alright, you know what? I think we'll just take off from here, so... We'll park up, just do a quick refuel here. We'll see, we got the premier service. Right, let's take us up to about 80 gallons should be enough, I think, for the rest of the trip. Not too far to go. Obviously, we would need to... this is very much doing the simulation thing. Whoa, how am I going backwards? Whoa! Is that the wind? Must be the wind. Was that the wind pushing us? No, they weren't. They definitely weren't in reverse. I think it's just the wind. Alright, anyway, let's go. I mean, it is 20 knots, so... It's not insignificant wind. Gear up. flaps. Real life, it's hard to resist the temptation of pressing the brakes when the airplane starts to roll backwards. Yeah, and then of course that's probably the worst thing you could do, right? As we just demonstrated. End up just damaging your tail. What is Tim? What is the normal procedure then? Is it actually adding power just to offset the push? Power out of it. And I suppose if you're sitting at station, you just put enough power just so that the plane would start to roll forward a bit, and then at that point you could probably put on your parking brake, but leave the engine running where it is, I'd imagine. It's rare, but it has happened, yeah. Well, I mean, if the wind's strong enough. I mean, you know, for some of the smaller GA planes, there's been tons of footage of the airplane's just literally sitting in park position, and the wind actually they're just taking off on the spot because the wind's strong enough. Okay, 1,500 feet, and we're back on course. Are we near Basra yet? That's the question. Obviously not. Times I've had it happen from uneven ground. Oh, okay. Oh, because you're just rolling. Yeah. You're on a grade. It's one thing that makes me laugh about British runways. Quite a few of the runways they're like hills. And there's quite a few of them like that. I mean, Edinburgh's pretty flat, but actually no, Edinburgh's got a bit of a dip in it, or a bit of a hill in it. Manchester definitely does. I think Newcastle definitely does. Birmingham is insane. It runways all over the place. Just add power and then let go of the brakes, yeah. Basra's 112.3. Yeah, I got that. I got it dialed in. But we're probably still out of range. Oh, dark. Yeah, we're still 78 miles away, so we're probably, depending on what kind of beacon it is. I'd imagine we'll probably see it at about 60, but nothing yet. It is the next waypoint, though. Is this 2020 or did you port the Duke? No, it's 2020. I'm not porting anything. Absolute complete waste of time. I know a lot of people are trying to do it because they're trying to get their planes in, but no, I'll wait until the author does his thing and gets it working and is happy with how it's working in 2024. But the thing is, I mean, it's just so much. There's still a lot of stuff to get done in 2024, so we'll be flying 2020 for a while, I think. But they have taken the RJ, the Avro RJ over for Just Flight did, and it's really working great in 2024. It's absolutely spectacular, really neat. Excuse me. There's a highway. motorway, freeway, whatever you want to call it. Or is it water? Actually, it could be water, is it? That's water. You've not ported anything either? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the helicopters are really good. All those oil rigs got to be landed. Yeah. I mean, I'm rather delighted with the stock aircraft that had come in 2020. Obviously, Osobo's kind of pulled in support from all sorts of studios. But that's pretty impressive. I mean, not everything's fantastic, but I think on the whole, it's certainly done a really good job. And of course, Working Title's been behind a lot of the smaller jets and all that kind of thing, so. Oh, Bazra must be there. Okay. Excuse me. A lot of studios make mediocre airplanes. You wanted the 404, but Caronado made it, and the turbocharging is wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't particularly bothered about that one. I was kind of interested in the Saab 340, but I don't know who made it. Excuse me. Most of the airplanes are just local legends, yeah. Nighthawk's disappeared. You still around, Nighthawk? We just, he dropped off? Oh, no, he's there. I see you. Get a little bit higher, it might pick up Bazra quicker. Oh, there we go. Just as I said that. We are now tuning Bazra, so what we'll do... We'll get our course needle in there. Wait. And we shall switch over to VLOC. Now on radio navigation. What am I looking at? Is that water? Or is it... It's just black. Just like an oil patch or something. It looks like water, does it? Very dark. Yeah, it does look like water, you're right. It's like black. Excuse me. He wouldn't drink it. There's that great joke. I told it again the other day. I always seem to find someone that hasn't heard it, but so this guy, he's up at St. Andrew's golf course, and he's getting a bit thirsty. It's quite a hot, warm day, so he goes down. There's a stream that runs through St. Andrew's golf course, so he reaches down with his hand to get some water, and just as he's doing that, the groundskeeper, Scottish gentleman, sees him and he goes, "Ah, did drink that? It's full of sheep shite and pish." And the guy looks at him and he goes, "I beg your pardon. I am an Englishman. I speak English. If you're going to speak to me, speak with proper English." So the groundskeeper looks at him in the eye and says, "I'm very sorry, sir. What I meant to say was use both hands. You'll get more water that way." There you go. Ba-dum bum. You like that one, Mississippi, did you? Okay, according to our DME... Oh, is there a DME on that? Must just be a straight VOR then. No, it's a DME. Why am I not getting any DME data? Oh no, because it was on N2. Donut. I'm tracking it on N2, that's why. Actually, is that actually tracking? Or am I, because actually it needs to be a nav1, doesn't it? Oh no, it was just on heading mode. I had it on that on nav2, so there's no way I could radio track it. I've just been flying on Dead Reckoning. Now it's on radio navigation. I'll show them, yeah. Okay, so now we got that on nav1. I can switch that back. So we are 42 miles away from Basra, closing at a rate of 192 true knots. 13 minutes to intercept. This is a long flight. Still got to get to Kuwait. I think once we get to Basra, I'm just going to have to go direct to Kuwait, guys. Get high and fast. Yeah, so I'm going to skip out, with apologies, Nighthawk, I'm probably going to skip out OIAA, and once we get to Bazra here, I'm just going to go direct to Kuwait. So So what we can do is I'll start climbing. Actually, I'm gonna start climbing altitude now. Let's get it up to, let's try 18,000, I think. You can tune KU. Oh, for Kuwait VMR? Thanks, mate. I'll do that. 114.15. Oh, it looks like we're picking that up too. Okay. Are you turning over Bazra? Yeah, I'm gonna fly to Bazra first. Definitely is hitting some good crosswinds up here today, though. Twenty-nine miles to Basra. I think next time we get in the Baron, we'll maybe make some use of the KNS-81 again as well. Do a displaced waypoint or displaced VOR tune. That was good fun. I was actually amazed to see it working as well. It's because of just something I've never ever read about, and then I came across it in the manual. I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. So basically, put a virtual waypoint anywhere you want, based on as long as it's within range of the VOR. But yeah, pretty awesome. Really cool. Some clever little computational electronics in that unit. You have to run. Tim, you take care, mate. All the best. I think it's brilliant what you're doing for Brent there as well. So we have a mutual friend who is building his own flight yokes, and he's making them so that they're super easy to maintain, super easy to adjust, and super easy to repair if they break, which is really awesome. So temperature is at 0. Well, if we've got a tailwind, a bit of a tailwind, we should actually be, we might get up to around 260, 70 knots, I think, once we start heading towards Kuwait. Be prepared, guys, because I'm going to kick this thing to overdrive once I pass Basra. We'll be taking him right up to 200 per. Well, roughly 190, I think, is per preferred indicate airspeed for the Duke. Okay, here we go. Just over 13 miles to run. Approaching 13,000 feet. Fuel, just about 50%, which is totally fine. Or sorry. Yeah, 50%, 62 gallons apiece. That's more than enough to get to Kuwait. We got an exceedance warning there. That's probably that's probably when earlier when I was over speeding. Okay. 9 miles away. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to use VLOC. We will, I've got Kuwait on the backup frequency for nav1, which we're currently tuning nav2. That beacon is about 160 degrees. Oop, didn't mean to do that one, this one. So we'll engage heading mode, get the airplane turned towards Kuwait roughly. Swap the frequency over, and then re-engage nav mode to pick up the radial. And take us straight to Kuwait. No GPS required. We are now getting above breathable air, so we've got the pressurization is climbing now. Currently got that set for 18,000 feet. Five miles to Bazra. Oh, that's kind of cool. See, once you get higher, you start to see things differently, don't you? It's funny how things look different at different altitudes. It's quite cool. 16,000 feet. And we are overflying Basra, heading mode. Swapping frequencies. And engaging nav. This is now working properly. The nav logic was broken, you might recall, by a patch not too long ago. This is what should happen until we hit that radial. The heading mode should continue to do what it's doing. However, it does help if we're pointing the needle the right direction. So as I turn the needle towards Kuwait, you'll see that heading pop off once we get onto the correct radial. But actually, there you go. So I'm going to try that again, actually. Let's come in from a slightly wider radial. Heading mode's now off. I'm going to instruct the airplane to fly at an angle to intercept. What you'll see this time is the airplane, rather than me moving the needle, the airplane's going to fly towards the radial and then connect onto the radial once it's detected. And that heading mode will automatically come off. So what the airplane's doing at the moment says, I've armed nav, I'm going to continue to fly a heading until I can pick up something on nav. So I'll actually be able to see that in practice shortly. Okay, we are at we're at altitude now. And we're starting to increase speed as well. There's Nighthawk. Tell you what I could do is turn the landing lights off. That's probably causing a bit of unnecessary drag. Hopefully we're going to enter. If I've maybe steered too wide a radial here, I'm not sure. Come on, I want to pick this up. Come on, let's get on this radial. All this delay just to prove a point, huh? Gonna lower it just a little bit. There we go. That's it. So it's now within range of the radial, so it's able to tune it. Anyway, yes, that nav logic is now working correctly again, which is great. So based on the temperature outside, which is minus 20, our true airspeed is approximately 243 knots. However, with the wind, which is slightly ahead of this, that's knocking us back about 10 knots, so only getting 236. But we're still going pretty quick. 60 miles from Basra, closing at 190 knots at this point. And that speed will increase once we get onto the radar and start turning directly towards it. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Totally different perspective when you're up this high, isn't it? Completely different. Awesome. Oh, dear. Right. Okay, just gonna pop out for a quick little boy's room. Be right back. Hello again. Excuse me. Oh, is a... What would that be? A B77? 777? Okay, we are now on intercept to Kuwait. Look at the closing speed, 259 knots. Absolutely blasting. So that means we're getting a tailwind of approximately 19 knots. It's even faster now. 10 minutes. Like, it just amazing how fast you can go once you're up at altitude. Okay. You see some cloud layers coming up ahead of us as well. So we'll start descending. What are we gonna do? Attention. But we'll try and maintain our speed. .268 knots closing speed now. Look at that. Dropping to 2,000 feet. Did I say that already? See Nighthawk starting to descend. Well, we may overshoot Bazra because we're still pretty high, and then we're only 7 miles off. But we'll use the our ADF to track, so we don't have to worry about situational awareness because we could just have to see where that arrow is. So it'll tell us where the airport is. What we can look at is what runways do we have an option here. So we got 15 left and 33 right. Left and right. That probably looks like a good one because that's pretty much the direction we're headed. Excuse me. Approachitis. Nothing else there. Nope. Do we have weather? Barrow. Altimeter's 3006. 18 knots. 340. It looks like, okay, we're going to have to go for runway 33 then. No way we're not going to be able to land that on runway 15. So that's fine. We'll probably do a left-hand approach. once we get low enough. So on this occasion, it is actually probably a good idea to overshoot and come back from the other direction, just based on the winds. 33 right. Yep, will do. Is there an ILS for 33 right? I don't have my charts up at the moment. Because that would be the better thing to do. Just in case we get consumed into this swampy cloud that's ahead of us now. Also, we better think about anti-ice. Why is all this stuff off? Oh. Oh no, that's in the correct position. Okay. Let's get our prop heat and anti-ice is separators around that. We should have had those off actually, but that's fine. Prop heat, field vent, windshield heat. There we go. And wing ice. Oh, right. We'll just watch the wing. We should be all right though. Because if we look at the temperature, it's still hovering just about 0. That is a danger area for ice. So, 4 miles from Basra. Going to go into heading mode now. Actually, we don't need to because it'll continue to track the radial out of not Basra, out of Kuwait. You know what? Let me check the old Navigraph here and see if there's a chart. Can't remember if there's. Can you get charts in here? Charts. So Navigraph access first. Okay. Charts, connect Navigraph. Alright, let's try this again. Charts. Yes. Approaches. No charts available. Huh. Let's try this. OKKK? Or what was it? It was an OKBK, wasn't it? OKBK. No. Oh, here we go. No approaches. Oh no, there we go. What'd you say? 33 right. There's an ILS said we can do that. That looks like the monkey. I cannot read that. 110.5 course 332. Let me just write that down. 110.5. I'll get that dialed in. Enter. And course 332. And we want by a heading of 125 after Kuwait. Yeah. Which we can probably start doing now. I like how it overlays the airplane on the chart too, that's kind of cool. Oh man, this is, you know what this is? I think this is a sandstorm. Here's Kuwait, guys. And just by coincidence, 2000 is the platform altitude for the approach, so that's cool. Okay, we're on heading, so let's get 332 dialed in. Which is about there. And we can transfer that through as well. Okay. Back to our chart here. Yeah, not anywhere near out there. Got 12 miles from Kuwait. Let's put that back in. 114.5. And we're only 4.8 miles, so we got to, once we get to 12 miles, that's when we'll start a turn. Because we got Kuwait dialed on the second ADF. Which should be directly behind us, but it's not. So what I'm going to do, just turn the heading in a bit so we can try and get that that ADF on our tail, directly on our tail. Should see it starting to drift this way now. .5 miles from Kuwait. Course 125, so yeah. As soon as that tail goes to 125, then we know we're on the right path. That should actually put us pretty much bang on that line. So much fog. I think it's a sandstorm, actually. Okay, I can see that tail moving now. That says we're almost at 125, and if we look at the chart agrees with that. Anyway, we are where we need to be, so I'm going to put the heading back 125. That's good. We'll start our turn at DME of 12.1, so we're 1 mile out from that. And for a course of 332. Excuse me. 12.1, start a turn. Take it about halfway first. I'm going to overturn, that's the thing, because we want to try and stay on that line. That's good. Let's hold it there for a minute. Good. We do have glide scope indications now, so that's good. It's picking up the glide scope perfectly. And we will now do an intercept with an arm the nav. What this will do is, as soon as we get on the localizer, it will set us up. Let's drop our speed now. Props to full. Reduce our speed to about 140 knots. And we'll be ready on the approach mode just right here. Keep an eye on that glide scope. We're well under it at the moment. So that's why I'm just arming the nav first as a localizer. And then once we see that glide scope start to move, we can arm the approach mode, which is available down here. Or up here somewhere, but it's hard to see. Yeah, it's there. I can just see it. So if we look where the plane is, we should just about be on that localizer, and once we hit it, you'll see again the heading will de-illuminate, and it'll just be purely on nav at that point. There it goes. Headings come off. Now on the localizer. Oh, getting a little bit slow. Pick up a little bit of throttle there. Okay, I'm going to drop some flaps. Now, this is what instrument landing is all about when you've got absolutely surrounded by sand and everything and you can't see a thing. This is when this becomes really important. Really giving a workout of the PMS, the GTN 750 today too, which is good. It's just such a handy thing, all the different things you can do. We've done everything from finding VOR frequencies to looking at charts, engaging with our ILS. Okay, I'm starting to see that needle move. So at this point, I'm going to arm the approach mode. And the glide scope mode you can't turn on. What will happen is that will illuminate once the glide scope is on target. You'll see the approach mode or the GS light come on. That means that the airplane is then tracking the glide scope, and we'll start descending. And we'll get our gear and our flaps at that point as well. Okay, you can see the attitude light is flashing. The GS is now lit. Why that's flashing is it means the airplane is now overriding the altitude hold. So it's just letting us know that that's what's happening. At this point, we can get our full flaps out and our gear. And just a little bit of power to keep above blue line. And I can't see a thing. I can see you guys. I know you're probably at the airport. But I can't see a thing. Let's ignition auto, get on our wing pumps. down we go. Oh, I'm starting to see some lights there. Oh, it's very windy down here. Yeah, the winds are still very, very strong. Can't see a thing. Definitely sandstorm season, I think. At the moment, plane's just doing a brilliant job holding its own. Taxi lights on. Here we come. Okay. I have control. Almost a headwind, so that's shouldn't cause us too much upset. Thank goodness for bright runway lights, though. Makes a difference. Oh, we got a double runway somehow. It's interesting. Looks like the other runway didn't ...84 feet per minute. Wow. Just a gentle kiss down that one. You guys are down here somewhere. I've got, I think something's gone wrong with the scenery. This didn't happen the last time. Looks like it's loaded 2 different airports. So this might actually look a little bit funky. I get 2 runways. Oh dear. Oh no, I'm not gonna make that turn. Looks like it could just be the runway though, hopefully. Seems to have fixed itself now. Good, because this airport is amazing and I really want to show you guys what it looks like. Okay. Let's get everything turned off here and just bring the airplane to a stop. Lights can come off. Beacon and nav can go to full here. All their heating can come off. We don't need that. Right. Really fighting the wind here. Very, very windy. Where are you guys? Oh, you're up there. Okay. You're coming over to meet me, are you? Okay, I'll follow Nighthawk. Looks like he's going to this private apron over here. There's Mississippi. There we go. Parking brakes on. Fuel to cut off. And we'll get everything open. Here we go. Oh, the light's on still. Turn that taxiway light off, and the beacon can come off as well. So we'll just connect some external power just so I don't lose everything here. There you go. Oh, well, let me connect. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, right. Why is this so cool? So, huge thank you, first of all, to Nighthawk and Mississippi. It was a very long stream, actually, today. About 45 minutes long later, but it was great when we saw some good stuff. We saw that pyramid. We're parked at a military base. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, I'll show you the main feature of this, which is the terminal. It's really beautiful. Very detailed, though. And this comes with scenery of Kuwait City itself, which we couldn't quite see today. But it's got a nice, kind of unique-looking terminal. Kuwait is used as a midpoint transit destination for a lot of airlines. And if you go close enough, you can even see people walking around, I think. It's very light on the interior modeling. It's not nothing over the top, but it's still very pretty. And all the land bridges or the jetways look absolutely amazing as well. It almost looks like a battleship, this terminal, doesn't it? And there you go. You can see that there's a little bit of modeling in there, which is pretty cool. Very pretty. And it looks like we're just coming in tonight as well, so I've not even... I wanted to show you at night, but it's literally... the sun's setting. Sid says, what's up? How you doing, Sids? But look at this, guys. This is absolutely stunning. All the lights have just come on by themselves now. Really, really awesome job. And it's completely free, guys. There's a link to get the scenery in the show notes, if obviously if you're on PC. Hopefully this may appear in the marketplace as well at some point in the future. But if you can see it, if you can get it in the marketplace for Xbox, well worth it. And it is available for 2024 as well. Although, as I mentioned, I was in touch with the author. He said patch 3 has caused some problems with his 2024 version. He's currently fixing it, and he will update accordingly once it's ready to go. But yeah, just absolutely stunning scenery. So detailed. And now that you mention an Air Force Base, I can definitely see that that's exactly what it is. So very cool. Look at the C-130s in there as well. Look at this, guys. This is amazing. Look at that. Free, completely free scenery. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, big thank you to Nighthawk for such a wonderful flight plan today and for flying with us, and as well Mrs. Tippy, Mr. Tippy, and everyone else for keeping us company today. Sid says, just nothing, it's dinner time in India, so having dinner now? Wow, quite right. Yeah, it will be, because you guys are about, what, 6 hours ahead of us? So I hope you enjoy that. And we will see you guys next week. I will be... No, you won't see me next week. There is no stream next week. I'm not going to be doing regular Saturday streams over Christmas holidays, but I will be streaming. I just don't know when. So I've got two kind of plans. I'll probably be doing some midday streams just during the week, and I might even do for London, I might do an evening stream as well. I haven't decided yet. Midday streams are usually a bit better because it doesn't interfere with some of the heavy hitters that like to stream in the evening. So so keep an eye out for show. I will, as I figure out what days I want to do, I'll put up a YouTube stub well in advance so you can see when the streams are going to be. And we'll just do all sorts of cool stuff. Definitely do one flight in 2024 again. I think we might get the RJ out one more time. So if you're able to get 2024, it'd be well worth it. Apart from that, or maybe we could just do a 2024 flight in a GA plane. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. Thanks, Willie. See everyone, says Ms. Tibby. Thank you very much, Ms. Tibby. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you along today. We really do appreciate it. And we will see you guys at some point next week. And just keep an eye on the YouTube side of things. And we'll see you soon. All the best. Take care.
Naughty, naughty.